Welcome to day 8 of your 14-day Smart Start. Today we're going to talk about social media tips like do's and don'ts, because social media, while you can grow this business face-to-face, social media is how we connect with most people. It's where 99% of my customers and coaches have come from. It allows you to reach a much more broad audience than you would if it was just relying on face-to-face alone. But you do not have to be a social media expert by any means. You don't have to have a huge following. You don't have to be comfortable posting on social media. I didn't have a bunch of friends. I had no following. I had no social media training. I didn't like to post on social media before Beachbody. It was a chore when I started. And now as I sit here today, I have almost 150,000 followers on my Facebook like page that started at 0 and like 40,000 followers on Instagram. So, and now it's just kind of another language that I speak. It's just a part of my day, making sure that I'm posting content. And so I will say that that's the number one thing with social media is you need to be present. So you are now the CEO of your own business. And that means like if you were to open a Starbucks store, you are open every single day. You're not just open when you feel like it. You don't just like show up for a couple weeks and then all of a sudden decide not to show up anymore. If you want to make this business work for you, it is your responsibility to show up every day. And I think that a minimum of 3 posts should be what you're shooting for. I generally try to do, at least 5 most days of the week, maybe a few less on the weekends because people aren't on social media as much. But I definitely try to do at least 5. And one of those posts that I'm showing up should be a video, a live video, because Facebook is really loving videos right now, especially live ones. And so that will get you into tons more news feeds than just photos and status updates alone. So what I would say is when I started my like page right away. I started Foodie Girl Fitness on Facebook right away because I didn't want to post anything on my personal profile. I was too insecure. I was in a bad headspace, and I didn't want to have people be annoyed by things that I was posting if they were into it. So I started my page. What I would recommend now is that you use your personal page as kind of a way to share your journey and just use it more for accountability, and then open up an Instagram account, a public account there, and use that more just of your strictly fitness posts, because I do think that Facebook pages are incredibly valuable, and I have the best connection with my Facebook page more than I do with my Instagram followers. But Facebook is always trying to redo the algorithm, so they don't always show the things that you're posting into people's news feeds, even if they like your page. And so I just think it's easier for people to find you and to be more one-dimensional on Instagram, because you have the use of hashtags and you are supposed to be focused. You're supposed to be much more focused on your life and your journey, whereas on Facebook you do need to provide a lot more content. But that's my recommendation. You can do whatever you want. If you want to open your Facebook page, I think that's amazing, but just know that it does require effort and consistency and patience to grow it. So, how do you grow your following? 1, you do have to be consistent. You do need to show up every day. 2, you need to make it not all about you. So while I do think it's important to use your social media as a way to hold yourself accountable and, present your journey and make it look kind of like you're just documenting your journey, I also want you to make sure you're not just doing the Ashley show. Like when I'm putting up a post, I have to ask myself, if I were not the one writing this and this were a post that came into my newsfeed, what would I get out of this? Is there value from this? Or is it just another sweaty selfie? Oh, there's Ashley again. Yep, she worked out again. Wow, good for her. But you have to think, am I providing value? Are you talking about maybe how you didn't want to work out that day, or how that workout was tough, or how you finally are able to do push-ups on your toes, or how you were feeling kind of like no energy, and then after you worked out, you had great energy. So these are things that other people feel as well. So it's not just, I checked the box and I got my workout in today. It's trying to evoke emotion in other people by telling a little bit of a story. I'm not saying get long-winded, but telling a story with everything that you post, so that when people are reading it, they're thinking, oh, she's talking to me. She's talking about me. I didn't want to work out today, and she did it, so I can do it. Or I can't do push-ups on my toes and I really wish I could. And if she finally did it, I'm gonna try. So you're inspiring people by telling a story, inspiring them to take action. So make sure that you're not just doing the Ashley Show. You are documenting your journey and you are sharing it and kind of using it as accountability, but you're also learning to provide value. And this will take some time. You don't have to be great. You absolutely do not have to be good at social media in the beginning. You will continue to get better the more you do it. Like with everything, practice makes perfect. The other thing I want you to think about is I don't want you to be just one-dimensional. So you are not just a Beachbody coach. You're also a friend or a mom or a dog owner or a wife or your, sister or whatever it is that makes you you. Maybe you have a book club you love. Maybe you love knitting. Maybe you are an artist. You have all kinds of things that make you you. I want you to come up with 5 things that make you you that you can be an expert on. That does not mean you have to know everything about them. It's an expert in your own way. So for me, I am a dog mom, so you will see me share things about my dogs. I live a life of balance, so you will see me posting a lot about balance and, I go out drinking and I go out having fun on the weekends, but I'm also working out, so you will see that balance as part of my brand. I also love to I'm really into hair and makeup and stuff like that, so I will do beauty tips or things that I find. I also really love food, so I will share recipes. And I also I like to have a lot of fun and humor on my page, so you will see some sense of humor on there. Those are kind of my 5 things, and it took me a little bit of time to figure out what my 5 things were, but that always allows me to give content. I can always talk about that because your vibe attracts your tribe. So whatever it is that makes you you outside of being a Beachbody coach, so these are 5 things that do not have to do with fitness, that do not have to do with Beachbody, outside of that, then that is the tribe that you want to attract. If you're interested in it, there are people out there that are interested in it that you want to be on your team. You want people like you. So that's my second tip for you. My third tip is make it personal. So I know it's really tempting in the beginning to find inspirational quotes and put those up, or, log your stuff in your challenge tracker app and screenshot that and say, I showed up today. Or to take an image that Beachbody has put together with a program that we have that's beautiful, it's a beautiful image, and put that up. But none of that has anything to do with you. It's also really tempting to just be sharing from other pages. And while that's good, and sometimes I do share from other pages as well, at the end of the day, people are not, if you don't want to be a salesperson, and I know that you don't, then you don't sell the product, you sell you. And the way that you sell you is not really by selling, you just lead with passion and you personalize things. So you will not see me making a post, putting a picture up of, what a challenge pack looks like that Beachbody has put out with your bag of Shakeology and your DVDs. You will not see me post that. You will not see me sharing an inspirational quote. I did in the beginning, but you won't see me sharing an inspirational quote anymore. Well, I do share some on my Instagram. I share funny memes because those do well over there. But on my Facebook page, I don't share just quotes. I might use that quote that I really like on a caption of a picture of me, right? So I'm making it personalized. I am not just going to throw up screenshots of me checking into my app and logging my shapes and my workouts because that's not inspiring to anybody. That goes back to we don't want to be the Ashley Show. So that's not really helping anybody. So what I will do is I will take a picture of myself post-workout, sweaty and red-faced and not looking good, and sharing the story that goes along with that and why I'm proud that I was able to check that box today. But you want to make it as personal as possible. And if you think about it, people are always super fast on their phone. Scroll, 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 right? So your goal is to stop the scroll. You're in bed, you're doing this. What stops that thumb to bring it back down and look at things, right? What is going to stop the scroll? And it needs to be an eye-catching image. And if you're putting out pictures of things that Beachbody has released, that just looks a little bit salesy. And if you're putting out quotes, it's not really going to stop a bunch of people's scrolls because they can get those quotes anywhere. But if you put up an eye-catching image of you and a great caption that goes along with it, that is what's going to stop people and get them to read your content. And then along with personalizing your images, You also want to be very personal in your captions. And so I think it's really important to be vulnerable, to share your like crappy moments along with your wins, to share when you struggle or you fall off plan along when you're successful and you follow it perfectly, to share your vulnerabilities and let people in and let them know that you struggle too and that you're human too and you have insecurities too, but you're still doing it, because the people that are following you are also not perfect, and they also have insecurities, and they're also afraid of failing, and they're also afraid of what people will think of them. So if you just show up looking like you're perfect and all put together all the time, you're not going to reach people and relate to them, because they aren't perfect and they aren't put together all the time. So they can't bridge that gap between here I am, a hot mess, to that girl who has it all together, when maybe you probably don't have it all together, right? So be honest and true with your followers, with your posts, and be vulnerable, because when you are vulnerable, it makes people realize you're human, and it's a connection between you and them. So those are a few quick tips on just like, making sure that you're showing up and you're connecting with people. There is a ton more social media training where this came from, but I just wanted to get you started. And so your homework today is I want you to post on this thread, what are those 5 things? And if you can't come up with 5 things right now, maybe there are 3, whatever it is. What are those 5 things that make you you, that don't have anything to do with being a Beachbody coach? So I want you to do that. And then I want you to make a really great post today. I want you to make a post that tells a little bit of a story, that evokes emotion in someone, and then copy the hyperlink. You just go to you click on the post, and if you're having trouble opening it, you can click on the date that it was posted, and it'll open up the hyperlink or in a new page, and you just copy in the address bar. You can copy and paste it, and that's how you get the hyperlink posted in there. That's how you share. Or you can screenshot whatever and share. But I want to hear your 5 things that make you you outside of Beachbody coaching, as well as one really great post, and post that into the group. So good luck. Take the pressure off. It's not life and death. Who cares what people think of you? You have an amazing story to tell. You just have to work on finding your voice and telling it in a way that's going to attract people. But I believe in you. I hope you believe in you. And if you don't believe in you, let's go back to personal development, pick up this book, and Jen will help you believe in you.